15.
Good evening and welcome to News 11. I'm Patrick Ryan.
And I'm Giovanina Vancheri. Tonight, Fredonia students keep local kids in mind with Halloween coming up, a high school soccer team makes a statement, and social unrest in South America. But first, an important update on the Interstate 90. Thruway repairs on the Seneca Nation are far worse than anticipated. New York State Thruway Executive Director Matthew Driscoll says more extensive work is needed. Much of the crumbling on the pavement makes it hard for crews to simply pave over. As a result, a more in-depth repair will take place this spring. In the meantime, crews will perform partial depth repairs to help for the coming winter months. The Seneca Nation has agreed to the decision.
Anina, thank you. If you were on campus this past weekend, it was filled with generations of Fredonia graduates. Fredonia's 2019 homecoming saw a weekend packed full of events. The festivities kicked off with a student pep rally sponsored by the Office of Campus Life. This year is featured audience-involved games, including a dizzy race. Many students went home with raffle prizes. A 32-inch TV was top prize. Fredonia's dance teams and cheerleading teams both performed, showcasing the diversity of talent here on campus. And of course, the crowning of the homecoming king and queen. Campus Life graduate assistant Marilia Riva Andrade says this was something new for students to enjoy.
It was really fun. I think that it was kind of refreshing this year to have all those competitions and people really got into it. And I hope it just continues to be as fun.
This homecoming marked the 50th reunion class of the class of 1969.
And Halloween is less than a week away, which means kids will take to the streets for their buckets of candy. And once again, the village of Fredonia has restricted hours for trick-or-treating on Halloween night. This Sunday, the 27th, will be the 12th annual Safe Halloween put on by Phi Mu Alpha and Fredonia Volunteer Services. The event is in Mason Hall from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and is open to families, students, and faculty and staff. There will be music and free candy while you walk through the hallways and practice rooms of Mason and go trick-or-treating. Everyone is invited to dress up and come enjoy this free event.
Finally, in local news tonight, it seems it's that time of the year, in the semester where Fredonia students look to plan ahead for the spring. Tonight and next Wednesday, October 30th, there are informational advising sessions with Honors Program Director Natalie Gerber. These are in front of the Reed Library until 8 p.m. tonight and at 5 p.m. next on the 30th. Coming up after the break, more charges for the parents in the college admission scandal, excitement for conservationists in the Midwest, and a look at the weather for the next few days. We'll be right back.
I thought that said excitement for conservatives.
That's what I said too.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? Or show solidarity?
Thank you, babe. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Había un niño que era muy sensible a luces y sonidos. Construía escondites donde no podían entrar. No le gustaba mirar a la gente a los ojos. Lo hacía sentir incómodo. un día se descubrió que tenía autismo. Con ayuda poco a poco aprendió a vivir mejor con ello.
Mientras más pronto se diagnostique, mejor. Conoce las señales en autismspeaks.org.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals 25.
Good job!
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone the cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Live look at University Commons there. Welcome back. Last week, a high school women's soccer team in Vermont made a statement about pay disparity during one of their games that got them all yellow carded. The players removed their jerseys to reveal shirts that read #EqualPay. The team said, quote, "We were inspired by the U.S. women's national soccer team and their efforts to achieve pay equality, equal pay for equal play. Since gaining popularity, the team has earned over $60,000 from selling copies of the t-shirts, all of which will be donated to the Greater Burlington Girls Soccer League."
Popular TV star Lori Loughlin and other parents involved with the 2019 Varsity Blues scandal now face additional bribery charges and up to 45 years in prison. Already facing charges of conspiracy fraud and conspiracy fraud to commit money laundering, the new charge accuses the Full House star and other parents of bribing University of Southern California employees to get their children admitted to the school. Prosecutors said in exchange for bribes, USC coaches and athletics officials allegedly designated the children as recruited athletes, easing their admission regardless of their athletic ability. Loughlin specifically is said to have paid $500,000 to a fake charity to get her two daughters admitted. However, her daughters are reportedly no longer enrolled at USC.
Anina, thank you. Before we head over to weather, some good news for environmental activists. The story of one type of bird in the Midwest might just have a happy ending. The interior least tern is ready to fly off the endangered species list, according to the Associated Press. The population of this small bird plummeted in the 1800s after being hunted for its feathers and dams on major rivers where the bird lives. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says the number of birds has grown to at least 20,000 since 1985. The Center for Biological Diversity, a nonprofit in Arizona, says we should be proud of ourselves for caring for it and protecting it. That shows that if we put our minds to it, we can stop the extinction crisis. A lot of conservationists often disagree with the federal government when it comes to environmental protections, but this is one case where they agree that delisting the bird is the right thing to do. And Haley Poth is here now for our weather. Haley, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great. Are you ready for Halloween? Getting excited?
I am so excited for Halloween. It's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah. What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Ooh.
You have quite a few,
probably
right?
Halloween.
Halloween?
Sticking with
it's
the classics.
Classic, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, what's it looking like outside?
Well, unfortunately, it's going to be a rainy next couple of days here in Fredonia, but we should see a break in that by the beginning of next week. Tonight, the temperature will drop down to 43 with winds around 5 to 7 miles per hour. Tomorrow, there will be a chance of showers throughout the day with a high near 53 and calm winds around 5 to 8 miles per hour. Saturday and Sunday, there will be also a possibility of showers along with an increasing winds and a low of 47 Sunday night. These showers should stop by Sunday evening and leading into a decent following day. Monday, the sun is expected to break through, and so will a tiny bit of heat with a high of 60. The rains will be back, however, Tuesday night and will flow into Wednesday. As of right now, those rains are expected for Halloween as well.
All right, well, Halloween should be a good one this year, right?
Excited if the sun holds out.
Hopefully,
We'll see.
hopefully it will. All right, Haley, thank you. And when we come back, we have your international news, a disturbing scene in England, and political chaos in Chile. Plus, a look at sports with Kevin Syracuse right after this.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? Or show solidarity?
Thank you, babe. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans. Because love has no labels.
Había un niño que era muy sensible a luces y sonidos. Construía escondites donde no podían entrar. No le gustaba mirar a la gente a los ojos. Lo hacía sentir incómodo. Un día se descubrió que tenía autismo. Con ayuda, poco a poco, aprendió a vivir mejor con ello.
Mientras más pronto se diagnostique, mejor. Conoce las señales en autismspeaks.org.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals 25.
Good job!
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone the cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates, our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back. 39 bodies in the back of a truck. That's what police found east of London, England, early on the morning of October 23rd. Police are still in the process of identifying the victims. 25-year-old Morris Robinson, the truck driver, is in custody on suspicion of murder. Essex Police Deputy Chief Constable Pippa Mills stated that identifying all 39 victims is the top priority of the police for the time being.
Countries from all over the world pledged tens of billions of dollars to help protect the oceans. At the two-day Our Ocean conference in Norway, 100 countries pledged $64 billion. The United States was among them, committing $1.21 billion towards sustainable fishing, cleaning ocean debris, and promoting marine science, observation, and exploration.
Cost of public transportation, living wages, and inequality. That's why protesters in the South American country of Chile have taken to the streets. Tear gas, water cannons, and rubber bullets. That's how authorities have responded. Chaos has broken out as protesters have spread across the nation. On October 19th, after the government announced the metro rush hour prices would be going up, this sparked the protests. The seemingly small issue of transportation costs has led to the protests on the high living costs and inequality that the Chileans feel they must deal with. A state of emergency has been declared while people clash with police. Today, a car plowed through a group of protesters, killing 2 people, including a 4-year-old child. So far, 18 people have died in the protests. Now, News 11 sports guy Kevin Syracuse joins us now. Hi, Kevin. So tell me, how are the Bills doing?
Bills are doing great. They're 5-1, hosting the Eagles this Sunday. Sabres are 8-1-1. They are at the Rangers right now. So the Buffalo teams are a combined 13-2-1, the best start ever for our 2 teams.
Looking good.
But as for our Fredonia sports, the men's soccer team lost 3-2 to Buff State Saturday in Buffalo. With the Devils down 3-0, sophomore Matt Cullen scored goals in the 68th and 71st minutes to pull Fredonia within a goal, but they could not muster another offensive attack after that. The loss drops Fredonia to 1-4-2 in SUNYAC play and 5-7-4 overall. They will close out the regular season this weekend at home as they host Oswego tomorrow and Cortland Saturday. On the other hand, the women's soccer team beat Buff State 1-0 on Saturday in Fredonia. Freshman Gabby Alston scored in the 13th minute of the game, and that was all the Blue Devils needed as they moved to 2-3-2 in conference play and 5-8-2 overall. They close out the regular season this weekend as well as they play at Oswego tomorrow and at Cortland Saturday. And finally, the Washington Nationals took Game 2 of the World Series last night in Houston 12-3. Tied at 2 going into the 7th inning, the Nationals scored 6 runs in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and 1 in the 9th to take a 2-0 series lead. The series shifts back to Washington where Games 3 and 4 will be played tomorrow and Saturday. If necessary, Game 5 will be played Sunday in Washington, and Games 6 and 7 will be played Tuesday and Wednesday back in Houston. All games are set for an 8:07 p.m. first pitch.
Well, it sounds like we're doing pretty well this season. Thank you, Kevin. We're going to take one last break, but when we come back, we have another set of odd news stories, including a hyper-realistic haunted house, a pumpkin boat, and creepy dolls. We'll be back.
I'll be right back.
Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
I realized that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America.
That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Report with Haley, we have a few more odd Halloween stories. First up, a haunted house in Tennessee is gaining fame this season for being, quote, the world's scariest haunted house. It is called McCamey Manor, and anyone who wants to walk through it is required to sign a 40-page waiver, you heard that right, 40 pages, and provide a doctor's note and come up with a safe word. Russ McCamey, the creator of the haunted house, says that no one has ever successfully completed it. He is offering a $20,000 cash prize to anyone who can make it all the way through, and I know I could not.
Also in Tennessee, one farmer went the extra mile with a giant pumpkin. Not only did he grow a 910-pound pumpkin, he then hollowed it out and turned it into a boat. He took it for a ride in his pond, and his wife shared the images on Facebook. The farmer says he'll try for 1,000 pounds next year. Good for him.
Looks like that didn't work very well for him in the end. A museum in Minnesota is taking its creepiest dolls online in a contest to see which is the most scary. Take a look at these. Many of the dolls have chipped paint or moving eyelids. The History Center of Olmsted County in Rochester, Minnesota is leading the polls, leaving the polls open on social media until tonight. I got that one out. That's a tough one, leading and leaving, right? They're close. All right, Haley, welcome back. And what do we have going on for weather now?
Well, hi again. And one last look at your weather tonight. It's going to be a rainy week again. Winds are picking up in the next couple of days. The temperature lows next couple of nights are going to be in the low 40s, with the exception of Sunday night at a low of 47. We will see some sun on Monday, but unfortunately it will not last. Tuesday through Thursday will be at risk for rain and maybe some slight winds, so be prepared. And that's about it, just a rainy couple of days.
All right.
Nothing too much to look forward to.
That's good. And we've got the UC camera pulled up here for you guys, a live look at University Commons. I believe that camera's attached to Alumni Hall. It's looking like it's not too windy out there, but a little chilly, I believe. A little chilly it's gotten out. So that is just a beautiful shot, beautiful shot. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight to News 11. I want to thank Haley and Kevin on sports and Anina, our great co-anchor.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. Are you guys anything for Halloween? Do you have your costumes picked out yet?
I do have my costumes picked out.
What is it?
I know for one night I'm going to be Drew Barrymore from Scream.
Oh, that's a good one.
And
does she know?
Does she know?
Yeah.
If she's gotten my 43 letters that I've sent already, then she might.
Postmarked. Love to see that.
That's persistence.
Oh, yes.
It is. Anina, do you have a Halloween costume picked out yet?
Oh, I'm still thinking.
Thinking? Okay. I heard you were going as me.
Oh, Oh, that's fake news.
Kevin, do you have an outfit picked out?
I do.
Well, what are you going as, a Bills fan?
No.
He does that every day.
The Jaguars quarterback, Gardner Minshew II.
Okay, I'll have to Google him after the show because I have no idea who that is.
It's a new fashion, I'm telling you.
That's right. And my Halloween costume is a mystery, so if you see me around town on Halloween, then you'll know. And that's all I have to say about that.
Well, I'm excited to see.
All right, well, thank you for tuning in to News 11 tonight. We'll see you next week, and have a great and safe Halloween. Bye.
Bye.